Every week, Shruti ma'am and I, both of us are going to handle you all. We will give you month-wise categorization. What are the topics? How are we going to go about with it? If you miss, connect is lost because every session is connected to each other. If you feel that, you miss one session and you get back to the next one, there is something very important you lose out in between. So give your best these 6 months. Try to be full with your attendance. Maintain a notebook, both for the theory and for the practical. Jot down the important points as they are being discussed. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family if you feel it is something very new and worthy. From my side, definitely it's a worthy expression. So I'm going to look forward to your enjoyment every moment in that 60-minute session. Look forward to that. Later, you will feel that is a very, very helpful book. It becomes a journal for your learning. Okay? So I'll see you all on Monday, sharp at 8 p.m. or 7:55 p.m. Do log in, enjoy every moment of the session. And let it be a roller coaster ride of English language learning. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Sudata ma'am. I think I also stand on the same grounds of whatever points that she rightly said. It's not like you attend theory and you think that, okay, practicals I will not attend, or it's not the other way around. You attend only practicals and you miss out on theory. In case if you miss, Rambabu sir has already said that he will be uploading videos, but that doesn't mean you miss classes on a regular basis. So that is what I really want to emphasize on. And apart from that, what I understand from all the students is all of you are aspiring to become flawless and confident speakers. And that can happen only if you repeatedly do what you are asked to do, right? Excellence, then it becomes a habit. So you have to repeatedly take care of your notes, your revisions, the classes, your activities, and then nothing can stop you. Thank you. What are we going to learn today?
Problem solving and emotional quotient.
Yes, problem solving with emotional quotient. What's the other name for emotional quotient?
Emotional intelligence.
Why is it called emotional intelligence, Arzit?
Quotient is also known as intelligence.
Why? What is that? What do you understand when I say emotional intelligence? Anyone?
Ma'am, it will help to understand and to manage the what we are talking, and by the talking we can give such emotions. Means it is sad, we will keep sad face.
Okay, somewhere you're close to it, but still not there. Yes, Adisha?
Emotional quotient is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions, feelings in a positive way.
Okay, can you put it in your own sentence, what it means? I understand the definition, but what you understood out of that definition? Yes, Tarun?
Emotional quotient helps to the communicate effectively and empathize with others, overcome challenges, diffuse conflict.
You're just reading through the notes. Huh? Okay, today I'll give you a clear picture of what exactly is problem solving and why you solve the problem with emotional intelligence. Let's revise. What was the other terminology that ma'am told for revision? She taught you one word, no?
Comprehend.
Comprehend. Okay, there was another word.
Recapitulation.
Yeah, recapitulation. Okay, comprehend. What is the meaning of comprehend?
A group of questions.
A group of?
Questions.
No, it's not group of questions. to understand and put it in your own words. Yes, comprehend is, for example, say you read something. Okay, you say, for example, you read a story and you try to get some information, valuable source of information out of that story. So you are going to understand in your own way and you're going to narrate the same thing to somebody else. So your understanding of anything is to comprehend. Okay? The word that ma'am told was, this is how, recapitulate. Okay? Recapitulate is to revise. Yes? So these are the things that we learned in the theory class. What is problem solving? What is emotional quotient? And how does emotional quotient help? These three major things. Let's go one by one. What is problem solving? Can somebody, rather than telling the definition, can somebody tell me in your own words what is problem solving?
Finding a solution to a problem.
Yes, you find a solution to a problem. Yakshita, what is problem solving in your own words?
Problem solving in the sense to identify the problem and find the main root cause and solving the problem in an effective manner.
Effective manner. Okay, so how are you going to solve? What are the things that you are going to use to solve the problem?
Defining the problem
Yes, and then?
and finding the root cause of that problem,
Yes, very good. After that?
and then taking suggestions from our elders about the problem if they have any experience about that,
Yes, why not? That's a good suggestion. Yes.
and then choosing the topmost suggestion which have more preference and applying
Yes,
the
very
solution to
good. Yes, very good, Yakshita. Meha, what is problem solving according to you?
To get rid of your problem with ease.
Okay, and how you're going to get rid of your problem now?
We need to take time to think about it, how the problem could get and how to solve it with a peaceful mind. When we get problem, we sometimes we get annoyed and exasperated. So yeah, we need to chill out when a problem
Okay,
gets.
calm. Yes,
Yes.
Kavya.
So, problem solving involves understanding the problem itself and managing to solve it in a positive or mannerly way.
Yes, positive or a manly way. Yes. Anyone else who's not answered? All of you mentioned problem solving. The definition of problem solving itself says that the first thing what you do, you identify what the problem is. And once you know what the problem is, you try to analyze. Okay, you try to see ways. Why is this happening? Where is this problem coming up from? Okay. And when you know why it is coming, then what you do, you try to solve it. You try to find most effective solutions. See, you might come up with many, many solutions. And out of that, you might feel one is the best fit. You use it and finally you overcome that problem. So please make a note of this. Problem solving, understand and make a note. Okay. Problem solving is what? It's a process. And what is that process all about? You identify, you analyze, and you find out the most effective solution to overcome a problem. This is the definition and this is what it is. Okay. Now, what comes along with problem solving? Problem solving happens effectively when you answer to these question words. What are the question words that was taught in the theory class? You can solve your problem effectively when you answer to these question words.
where, why, what, how, and when.
Okay, where, why, what, how, and when. Awesome. Please make a note of the smarties. Okay? Where, when, how, what, who, why. All these 6, if you ask yourself when a problem comes, it will give you the solution. Problem solving is a process. And what is that process? You identify, you analyze, and find the effective solution to overcome a problem. And when you have a problem, if you ask these question words, you find your answers and you get the solution. What are those question words? Where, when, how, what, who, and why. Say, for example, you hurt your leg. And what is the first thing that you do? You go approach your mother for help. Is it not? Or say, let it be your father or mother or anybody who's around, you approach them and say, this is what happened. For example, let us take you have approached your mother in this case. So your mother comes and asks you where it happened, when it happened, how it happened, and then you tell her that it happened near the room. And when she asks you when it happened, you will tell it's just a while ago. And then again she asks you the question word, how did it happen? Then you tell her that when you were moving to the room, you hurt yourself. So what your mother does, she goes and checks the room. Through your question, by asking those questions, she understood where the problem is and why that problem has come up. Now she is going to find how it happened. Okay? Why it happened. She is asking herself, why did that happen? When she goes to the room, she realizes that there is a small nail that is protruding from the door. And you have not noticed it and you got yourself hurt. What I'm trying to tell you is, by asking questions like how your mother did, she asked you like questions, question words, where it happened. So she understood where it happened. She found out the problem. Okay? And then she again asked you when it happened and how it happened. So that question word, how, helped her to understand the root cause, which was the nail in the door. So what is the solution? What is the solution? What she'll do? She will take that nail off, right? So you're getting the point how I'm trying to relate question, words, and solutions with problem solving? Yes? Okay, so you're understanding, right? So Tarun, can you just comprehend the same thing, whatever I told you now? What you understood?
One boy is going on the way. He hurt his leg by a small nail, and he approached his mother, and then her mother see the hurted place, and she asked how it happened, when it happened, why it happened. Then the boy answered how, when, and where it happened. Then she go through the way where he done mistake. How can I clean the hurted place, and what to do to the what medicine I have to give him. Then she give the medicine and he keep his leg clean.
Yeah, so the mother understood by asking these question words. So similarly, if you ask these question words to a particular problem, you will arrive at the solution. That is what it means. Now, activity for you all. You have to make a note of this activity. Listen to me. Okay? Say, suppose you visit a supermarket on a Saturday and you need to bill the items that you have purchased. Say you have purchased a lot of things, you have them in your trolley and you need to get them billed. And you know how a Saturday is, right? How a Saturday is on weekends.
Full rush.
It's very crowded, right? So all billing counters are having long queues and your parents are waiting outside the supermarket. Understood the question? Yes? It's a Saturday, you went to a supermarket, you have done the shopping, you have your items in your trolley and you need to get it billed. And when you look at the queue, you see that there are long queues. And most importantly, your parents are waiting for you outside the supermarket. Okay? Now, my question to you is, how are you going to decide which queue you will join? I want all of you to make a note. I'll ask each one of you. How are you going to decide which queue you will join? What permutations and combinations are you going to use?
The one.
Let me write it. Write your answers and then we will discuss. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss, do we have to write everything?
Sorry, Adisha.
Do I have to write everything?
I think probably writing the question will be time consuming. We can just write the answers. Okay?
Okay.
Then, anyways, I'll be sharing these with Ram Babu sir. So he will get a final copy of this.
I just found out the lady wearing the grey coat. My mother has it.
Okay. We women, all of them are the same, right? We love looking at all the clothes and everything. Okay, Adishri and everybody, write the question and the answer. Are you done, Adishri?
Not yet.
Okay. I want to know how you're going to decide which queue you will join. It's a Saturday, it's crowded. Look at the crowd in the photo. There are long queues everywhere.
Ma'am, actually, in Mauritius, it's the exactly opposite.
Okay. But I want you to imagine the scenario, okay? I want you to imagine the scenario and come up with an answer. Yes, Tarun, how are you going to decide which queue you will join?
Ma'am, first I will check all the queues and the trolleys, and I will see which man was doing the payment fastly, and which line is moving fastly. Then I will join in that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yes, Meha, your version.
I'll just call up my dad and tell him to stop waiting for me because there's a long line. So after his decision, then I'll make other ones so I can get into the crowd and do it as fast as possible. So my parents go home and rest peacefully.
Nice, well thought. Yes, Arzin?
Yes, ma'am. I will see all the queues and I'll see the members, how many members are there in one queue.
Okay.
In which queue the lowest members are there, I'll join in that queue. But the queue should complete first. I'll choose that one.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, Kavya.
I would like observe the entire scenario, and yeah, like Arzin, I would be choosing the shortest queue. And when it was my turn, I would get everything done really fast so that we can head off to home.
Yes, the shortest queue. Yes, Arishri.
I would take the one with less people, and I would also ask some people so I could go in front of them, and then I would tell them to hurry up, and I wouldn't waste my time in a big queue standing.
So you're gonna request them to make it fast?
Probably.
Is that what you're going to do? Okay, fair enough. Who else do we have? Yes, Adish, I'll come to you.
Yeah, Akshita can go first.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, as it is a supermarket, it is having many counters. Maybe it takes time, like it takes more time to check all the queues. But seeing all the queues is fair enough. But seeing all the queues is not like it takes the more time. So I feel like to prefer the queue which has less members by just a side. And also who prefer to give like easy transfers, because sometimes maybe because of network issues it may become late even though there are less members. So
Okay, so that's your strategy. So you're not going to waste your time looking at every single queue. So you're just going to have a bird's view and then see, you will judge, okay, which queue is moving faster, and then you join that queue.
I would see the least amount of group in the queue and also the least groceries.
Yes, less amount of items and
Work
less
smarter,
groceries.
not harder.
Nice. Rohit, what's your version?
I will choose the shortest queue and I ask help to others. I am child, I want to go fastly. Please help me. Then I will go first and I will complete my payment transaction and I will go out.
So you're going to play the childish card there. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Though the problem is the same, okay, each one of you had your own way of solving the problem. Yes or no? You are going to check the queue and check the line, but still you had a little variation in your terms of versions. For example, Yakshita didn't mention that she is going to literally check every queue, but I think Arjun mentioned that she's going to check all the queues and then she's going to decide. So each one of you approached this problem in your own way. So what is happening? You're using your own emotional intelligence. Okay? That is why it is called problem solving with your emotional intelligence. The problem statement, what I gave you, is the same for all of you. But the way you looked at it was different because every single person has his or her own intelligence to solve a particular problem. Kavya has her intelligence, Tarun has his intelligence, Adishri and Adisha have their own intelligence to solve a particular problem. That's the reason we say problem solving with emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. Now you're getting it right, why it is with and not and. This is called the problem solving loop, right? Now what I want you to do is the same problem, I want you to write it in terms of tables. I want you to make this table, okay? 1 second, look here before you write. This is the problem solving loop. So what are you going to do? You're going to identify the problem. You're going to write all your ideas. You're going to select the best. You're going to build the idea and evaluate the result. So make a table, all of you, 5-step table. You can make a rough table. The question is already there on the screen. What do you think is the problem? What are all the ideas you got? You select the best out of the ideas. You proceed with your idea and you evaluate your idea. Okay?
Ma'am, what do we have to write the space? Like, identify the problem. What do we write down?
What do you think is the problem here? In this question, what do you think the major problem is? Are the tables ready, Smarties?
Yes, ma'am.
So step 1 is identifying the problem. So what do you need to write in that table? What is your problem here? All billing counters are having long queues, right? That is a problem, isn't it? If the queue was all empty, you just went there, you just done the billing, then it's like it's not a problem. It's such a easy thing. So here the problem is all the billing counters are filled. They are having long queues. So that's now you write what ideas you have. How are you going to choose the queue? Same thing, whatever you told me, you write it in the step 2. If you have one idea, it's fine. If you have 2-3 ideas, you can write them. You can think of many ideas. Now your friends have shared, right? You can think of multiple ideas. 1, 2, 3 is fine. We stop at 3.
Miss, do I also have to do select the best idea?
That will be in the third step. You can select the best one. And your step 3 and step 4 are similar, okay? Whatever you choose, you proceed.
Ma'am, what we have to do in step 3?
Step 3, how many ideas do you have?
1.
Okay, if you have 1, then your step 2, 3, 4 will be same. If you have multiple ideas, then you can write it in 2. Say suppose Rohit has 2 ideas. Idea number 1 is he will check which is having the less number of people in the queue, he'll go join. Idea number 2 is he will go and speak to the person in the counter that I am a small boy, I really want to go, my parents are waiting. That's the second idea. Okay? So now you choose, Rohit, which one you want to go ahead with.
I'm in the 4th.
Okay. Now 5 is what? Your billing is done. So how do you feel? You were able to come out of that problem. You just evaluate the result. How do you feel? You can write what you feel about it. Maybe after you come out, you will be like, oh my God, probably I could have done this, or probably I could have done like that. Some ideas flashes, right? So you can just think of it. This is purely imagination. Okay. And then later when some real problem comes, you will remember these points. When you have a problem, what do you do? Step 1, what do we do, Rohit?
Identify the problem.
And what is the problem in our case?
All billing counters are having long queues.
Okay, what is step 2, Arjun?
We have to write our ideas.
So you explore and gather ideas. What are your ideas, Arjun?
My ideas are first I will tell that first I'll check all the queues and which is the least one, I'll join the queue. And my second idea is I'll see all the queues and which queue is doing fast, I'll join in that queue.
Okay, fair enough. So, Adishri, what is your step 3? What is the best idea you came up with?
So the best idea I came up with, I would take the least amount of people in the queue.
Okay. And what is step 4, Tarun?
My step 4 is I have to proceed in the idea which I have got it as the best.
Okay, done. And what is your evaluation, Kavya? Step 5. What did you evaluate?
So I'll join the shortest line and build everything quickly. That way I get out of the line as soon as possible and we can go.
Okay, so you're happy with your the way you solved the problem? Okay, cool.
I explored some different ideas and then I evaluated everything. Then I got to find out that okay, this idea is the best possible one that I can think of right now.
Okay, nice. So now what I want you to do is on the table, please write the problem solving loop. Okay, this is the problem solving loop. Okay, or above the table or maybe somewhere where you can look at it, write it as the problem solving loop and then we can move ahead. Okay. So now say all of you are going for a movie. How many of you like movies here, watching movies? The 90% audience says they like watching movies. Okay, say with your friends you go to watch a movie and there again the same issue. You are in the queue waiting to collect your tickets at the counter. You know how the counter is, right? You always have queues there. You're waiting for to get your tickets and then you're in the queue and out of the blue means suddenly what happens? A group of boys, they just come, they break the queue, they create a chaos, confusion, they collect the tickets and they leave the spot. Even before you realize, these bunch of group of boys, they come, they just create a lot of confusion, they buy the tickets and then they just leave. Okay? And by the time you go to the counter, they say, sorry, we are closed. There are no tickets for you. No. Let's do an emotional check. How are you going to feel, Rohit, in this situation? What do you feel?
I will buy tickets in black.
No, you will buy tickets in black is the next option. But how is your emotion when you see that, the counter is closed? Okay, yes, Adishri, how are you going to feel?
So I would feel really angry and I would go pull up to some of the boys and then I would say, give me one of the ticket and I would tell them to get lost because they stole my ticket.
Okay, that's your way of solving the problem. Okay, now let's see what Arzin has to say. How do you feel, Arzin?
I'll feel very angry on them, ma'am.
Okay, everybody is in the anger mode. Yes, Prajay, how do you feel?
Happiness, ma'am.
Happiness? You're happy because the tickets are over.
No, I do not like movies.
Okay, you don't like movies. Okay, so it's a good thing. Anyways, you don't like movies. I think your friends took you. You're happy that the movie is not there anymore. Smarties, what I'm trying to tell you is we all have emotions, right? Happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, surprise. So these are 6 emotions. Okay? Can you make a note of all these 6 emotions quickly? Happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. Adishri said she is angry. Rohit said he is angry. Arzin said she is angry. But Prajay said he is happy. So, everybody have different emotions for a particular problem. And we are going to use our emotional intelligence. Now you're getting to know why it is called emotional and not only intelligence. I can simply say problem solving with intelligence, right? Why can't I say problem solving with intelligence? Why is it called problem solving with emotional intelligence? Making sense, smarties? Understanding the word meaning? Emotional intelligence is coming into picture is because your emotions will decide how you're going to react to a particular problem. Okay? So can you please make a note? Your emotions will decide how you address a problem. So if you're angry, obviously your result is also going to be anger, right? Your decision is going to be based out of that anger. If you're calm, your decision is going to be calm. Now, I want somebody to tell me what is the right thing to do at that point. Does anger help?
For some people, they would stay calm and wait until like the group of boys leave the place and get their own tickets. But then they realize the tickets are like out of sale, so they kind of get sad and then they go home. Other people would fear the group of boys, thinking that they would do harm or use physical force to get the tickets, so they would immediately step out of the way. In other cases, people would be surprised and shocked, and then some people would be angry, and they might like create like a scene in like the line itself, like, why are you taking the tickets, go wait in line or something.
That is your way of handling things. That's your emotional intelligence that you are using. Okay? So not everybody does similar things. Yes, Meha, what is it that you have to share?
I mean, when we have nothing to do with it, anger won't help.
Yes,
So we need
anger
to
does not
accept
help.
it and be okay with it. That's
Move
all.
on. So that
I
is
would
why
do.
this is the definition. Yes, rightly said Meha. There's no point getting angry. Anger is not the solution at all. Now, the second activity, this is a small activity. Now that you have understood emotional quotient very well, I'm thinking you have understood really well. Now you're in the queue. Okay? And the billing machine crashes down. Yes, Adishri, tell me, what are you going to do?
So first, I would like this has happened to me, to my big sister and Adisha. So first we look for my parents, and if we can't find them, we go to a random person, anyone we find. We say, "Can I borrow your phone?" We mother's phone number, our father's perhaps, and then we call them, and then we tell them, ask them where we are, and then we give them a destination, and then we arrive there. That's all.
Yeah, that's the ideal scenario. Okay, Praja, you would like to try?
I will go to a security guard and I'll ask my parents. I tell he inform to police.
Okay. Yes, Rohit?
I will leave my things which I took and I will go out.
Yes, Meha?
Actually, my parents are more important for me than the groceries, so I will left the items and go to them and tell them to not to wait for me and get home safely, so later I can get the items. I
Fair
have
enough.
enough time.
Anjan?
Yes, ma'am, I'll keep my things there and borrow a phone from somebody else. I'll call my friends and then I'll tell them, don't wait for me. It could be late for me. You do your works. You can carry on your works.
Fair enough. Yes, Adisha?
We all are in the mall. The billing machine crashes down. So I will go to the security guards. I will tell them to announce on the speaker to my parents to meet up on a meeting spot.
Cool. That's also one way of doing it. Yes, Kavya?
I mean, like in a store or like in a supermarket, I'm sure that there's more than one billing machine, right? If one billing machine is like broken, I would go to the next one and that would get the job done. Otherwise, yeah, I would also tell my parents to wait.
How am I going to tell them?
So you have to use your social intelligence and your social development for this. You ask the person behind you to hold your place in line. You step
Yes.
out of line You go to ask your parents, you tell them, and then you come back in line. That person will be waiting for you. That way, you won't have to wait all over again and you get the job done.
So that is your way of solving the problem. See how unique each one of us are, right? See how unique we are in terms of using our intelligence. Yes, we are solving a problem by using our unique way, our own way of intelligence. Why do you think emotional quotient? See, we spoke about emotional quotient from last 1 hour. Now, why do you think it's important? It's important because it relieves stress. Yes. And what did Kavya do? She communicated effectively with the person who is standing behind her, right? She used an emotional quotient and she immediately decided she'll speak to the person in the line. Okay? Empathize with others. And you overcame challenge. How did you overcome challenge? I think one of them, Adishri mentioned that she's quickly gonna go inform her parents or probably take a phone. So she's gonna call them up, let them know. So what did she do? She communicated effectively. She overcame challenge. And all of us, what we did, we diffused the conflict. That means we solved the problem. What is empathy and sympathy?
Sympathy is concern for others.
Mm-hmm.
Empathy is concern for others as well as oneself.
Yes. See, for example, a dog is hurt, okay, and it is bleeding profusely. So when you look at that dog, do you get angry? You feel sad, right? So that is sympathy. Okay, you're feeling really bad about that dog that is hurt. So that is sympathy. You're showing sympathy. It's like, oh no, this has happened. That is sympathy. Now, if you understand the pain of that dog, okay, that is empathizing. It is like you're trying to look at the dog situation in your own shoes. That is empathy. You empathize with others, as in you're trying to understand other people's problems. If it was only merely sympathy, probably you would have walked away. You felt bad, you walked away. But if you stood there and if you took care of it, that means you're able to understand that problem. So that is where empathy comes into picture. Getting the difference, it is subtle, but the difference is huge. When and where do you apply these skills? Is it sometimes or when I feel like or I don't pay attention to these skills? Or you apply this everywhere and anywhere? What is the right answer?
Everywhere and anywhere.
Everywhere and anywhere.
Yes, you use it everywhere and anywhere. Second question.
Miss, can I?
Yes, Adisha.
Everywhere and anytime.
Yes, everywhere and anytime. So who needs these skills? I don't need them.
Everybody.
Others need them.
Everybody.
We all need these skills every day on daily basis.
We all need these skills every day on a daily basis.
Yes, that's it. Simple. Now, Adishri, over to you.
My dear Smarties, today I want to talk to you all about a beautiful tropical island located in the Indian Ocean called Mauritius. Mauritius is a small island known for its stunning waterfall, crystal clear water, and diverse culture. Firstly, let's talk about the breathtaking beaches. Mauritius is home to some of the most picturesque beaches in the world, with soft white sand and clear turquoise water. It's pure paradise on earth. Whenever you want to relax under the shade of a palm tree or try exciting water sports like snorkeling and scuba diving, Mauritius has something for everyone. Mauritius is a melting pot of cultures. People from various backgrounds live together harmoniously, creating a vibrant and diverse society. This island's population consists of dead-ends from the Africa, India, Chinese, and European settlers, each contributing to the rich tapestry of Mauritius culture. You can experience this diversity through the island's delicious cuisine, colorful festivals, and traditional music and dance. Thirdly, Mauritius is known for its stunning landscapes. In addition to its beaches, the islands boasts lush forests, dramatic waterfalls, and breathtaking views. One of the most famous attractions in the seven-colored earth in Chamarel, where you can see sand dunes in 7 different colors, a truly unique sight to behold. Lastly, Mauritius is a paradise for adventure seekers. From hiking in the Black River Gorges National Park to zip lining over the treetops, there is no shortage of thrilling activities to try. And after a day of exploration, you can unwind in one of the island's luxurious resorts or include in a spa treatment. In conclusion, Mauritius is a destiny like no other. With its natural beauty and adventurous spirit, it's the perfect place to escape and create memories that will last a lifetime. So why wait? Start planning your trip to Mauritius today and experience all this incredible island has to offer to you. Thank you and over to you.
Oh my God. Can we have a big round of applause for Adishri? Lovely, Adishri. So next time we can plan to Mauritius and we're going to stay in Adishri's home, yeah? And we're going to have a blast of a time. Aisha, ready for the questions? Quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. I have 3 questions to ask. First question is, where is Mauritius located?
Island is located in the Indian Ocean.
Yes, that's the right answer. Well, next question, please.
What are a few water activities you can do in Mauritius? Scuba diving and music.
Yes. The next question.
One of the most famous attractions in Mauritius is Seven Color Death.
Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we have one more question? Do you have it?
Yeah. What is Mauritius famous for? Beaches. Yeah, it's good.
Questions, anyone? And wonderful speech by Adishri.
So everyone keep your hands like this. 3, 2, 1.